Day. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Imposing tariffs on a lot of U.S. food exports, from farm crops to meat, after President Trump doubled tariffs last week on Chinese imports.
Stocks slid last week over fears over a potential trade war, but the president says tariffs will ultimately bring more business back to the United States.
I think the tariffs are going to be the greatest thing we've ever done as a country. It's going to make our country rich again.
That was the president on Air Force One last night, flying back to Washington from Florida. Hours after, on Fox Sunday Morning Features, Maria Bartiromo asked,
"Are you expecting a recession this year?"
I hate to predict things like that. There is a period of transition because what we're doing is very big.
Now, President Trump was also asked on Air Force One about Ukraine, saying the U.S. has just about ended the pause on sharing intelligence with Ukraine as Russia keeps up the attacks.
Let's see what happens with the whole Russia-Ukraine thing. I think you're going to have eventually, and maybe not in the distant future, you're going to have some pretty good results coming out of Saudi Arabia this week.
Tomorrow, Secretary of State Marco Rubio will be there, leading the U.S. in talks with Ukrainian leaders on trying to end the war. Israel's increasing pressure on Hamas to release the remaining hostages out of Gaza as talks continue on extending a ceasefire.
Israeli Energy Minister Eli Cohen says his country is using all the tools at its disposal. The goal of cutting off Gaza's electricity supply is to pressure Hamas into releasing all remaining hostages. Israel's also blocked all humanitarian aid from entering the territory and hasn't ruled out switching off the water supply.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Hamas calls it a continuation of Israel's starvation policy. North Korea's done it again, test firing more missiles after the U.S. and South Korea started combined annual military exercises. Days after an alive fire drill, the South Korean fire jet mistakenly dropped bombs on a neighborhood in South Korea, damaging homes, injuring 30 people. America's listening to Fox News.
Fox News Audio presents the Fox Nation Investigates podcast, Evil Next Door, exploring the life and crimes of 5 serial predators from across the United States.
It's a very disturbing case.
In never-before-heard interviews and first-hand perspectives.
Described as pure evil. That's a good description.
The Fox Nation Investigates podcast, Evil Next Door. Listen and follow now at foxtruecrime.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Get those W-2s ready. Tax season has arrived. It's the Fox Business Tax Tips. Fox News Radio's Ginny Casola and Hillary Barsky are joined by the hosts of the Fox Business Network to provide you with the latest tips, tricks, and updates on filing your taxes. From deadlines to tax law changes to the latest deductions, we'll cover it all to make sure you keep that hard-earned money where it belongs, in your pocket. Listen and follow the Fox Business Tax Tips at foxnewspodcasts.com.
Now back to the tariffs. President Trump has again delayed most of them on imports from Canada and Mexico, but not the ones on China. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says the goal remains to stop the flow of deadly drugs like fentanyl from coming across our borders.
Secretary Noem spoke Sunday on CBS's Face the Nation about her hopes for increased security on the border.
These partnerships that we have in going after traffickers, cartels, the drug trade, and also human trafficking can be even stronger and built on in the future.
As an example, she cited a recent change made by Canadian officials, allowing the U.S. to access some Canadian criminal background history records. Noem saying the bottom line is
what we can do to stop the cartels from partnering with Chinese officials, laundering money, and bringing a poison into our country that is specifically designed to kill the next generation.
Fentanyl overdoses are the leading cause of death for Americans 18 to 45. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
Worry about the tariffs keeps hanging over Wall Street. Stock futures are down big this morning, coming off selling last week that dragged the Dow down more than 1,000 points. The Nasdaq plunged over 3%, and the prices of oil and gas have come down too.
Oil prices fell because of a belief that the tariffs on imported oil to the U.S. will be weaker than had been expected. Plus, OPEC has announced that it will begin ratcheting up its production back up starting next month.
Analyst Turbley Lundberg surveys gas stations, has regular down 7 cents the last 2 weeks, $3.18 a gallon. AAA's national average is $3.09. On the NASCAR track, a three-peat for one driver.
Keep an eye on Larson. Off turn 4, Bell edges ahead and wins 3 in a row. Wow, that was awesome.
Christopher Bell won in Phoenix on Fox, just beating out Denny Hamlin, who finished second for, again, Bell's third straight win. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The State Department of Safety and Homeland Security once again reminding residents to obtain a real ID by May 7th. On that date, the new form of identification will be required in order to board commercial flights and to enter certain federal buildings. Federal law requires real ID applications to be made in person. The Putnam County School Board has approved a name for a new pre-K center that will soon be located at the old Parkview School. The facility on Scott Avenue will be called the Putnam County School System Early Learning Academy. Tennessee Tech's Board of Trustees have approved plans for a new master's degree in agri-science technology in child life. Officials said the Child Life program will be the only of its kind at a public institution in Tennessee. It's designed to prepare graduates to support emotional, developmental, and psychological needs of children facing medical or traumatic experiences. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:06 now. Happy Monday morning to the lovely, talented Sheila Scruggs.
Oh, well, thanks, Jason. Happy Monday to you. We've got 36 right now, a high getting up to around 63 by the afternoon, and sunny skies later on.
A few things you need to know. This is a neat thing that Cookeville Regional's doing. The Outpatient Rehabilitation Center at Cookeville Regional is doing quarterly seminars now to educate you on how to do better about your health. This first one's about if you've hurt your knee or you've had knee surgery at any point, some things you can do to help that along. It's all free. It's all about knee pain. And this upcoming one is Thursday, March 13th at noon at the CRMC Sports Medicine Center. And that's on South Walnut in Cookeville.
Well, if you are on Medicare or have some Medicare questions, you can take a class. There's going to be a counselor, meet with a certified SHIP counselor for free, unbiased Medicare guidance, great for those new to Medicare. It's at the Millard Oakley Library in Livingston, and it's going to happen this Wednesday from 9:30 until 3. So it's an all-day event. And free, though. This is really good because Medicare is confusing. So if you have lots of questions,
medical stuff is confusing.
It is very confusing. So 9:30 to 3 this coming Wednesday, the 12th. That's at Millard Oakley Library in Livingston.
All right. On 10th Street, in case you've been wondering what's going to go in that building at 1058 East 10th Street, it's Advanced Auto Parts. And they plan on opening, or at least having their grand opening on April the 3rd at 11. So a new Advanced Auto Parts store at 1058 East 10th Street in Cookeville, for those of you who are wondering.
So next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday, the Cassville Volunteer Fire Department in Sparta, they're having a ham breakfast. And if the fire department does your food, it's good.
It's good.
So that's Saturday, March 22nd, 6 to 10 a.m., and it's a fundraiser for them. You can even order delivery. Get out.
Well, that's good.
Now, I'm sure within a close radius. It's not like they're going to bring it to us in Cookeville.
Right. And
They
I
might,
don't blame them for that.
Yeah, but it's their fundraiser, and what a great fundraiser when it involves fire department and food.
Well, that volunteer fire department, man, any of the volunteer fire departments, anyway.
They save lives, they save property. They're
any
wonderful.
way you can support them is a good thing to do.
Right.
The Sparta Police Department, they're offering appointments to make sure families are using child car seats properly. And I'll just tell you, as a grandparent in these newfangled car seats, I've had the hardest time with them.
Well, it says that most are installed improperly.
Yeah.
Because it is very confusing, and you might think it's in there secure, but it won't. It's not as secure as it needs to be if you do have an accident. And I mean, that's precious cargo right there. So
they've changed a lot in 20-something years.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and of course, cars have too. So they've got new ways that make all that. I get lost. Maddie has to do it for me.
yeah, where do you crisscross and where do you plug in?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
but she can do it lickety split.
Yeah.
You know, and it takes me forever because I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing to have.
Well, Peachtree Learning Center is having something really great too. They said you can sign up for, it's open for moms only, a 4-week pop-up. It's going to arm you with tools to help your family be healthier and more whole. It said Healing Your Family, 4-week class at Peachtree Learning Center South. And it says we will be going over holistic health, childhood illnesses, forgotten remedies, and a lot more.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
It does. And
Where's
it's going
that
to be Peachtree Learning Center
Oh, okay.
South. I think South is the
Sparta.
one.
Yeah.
And that's Monday, March 24th. So you got a couple of weeks, but
Yeah.
go ahead and sign up for that because you got a RSVP on
A
that.
couple of Mondays from now.
Yeah. So Peachtree Learning Center, just look up their
All right.
Facebook page or on their website, and you can sign up for that.
You know how much I hate speed bumps, right?
You hate them.
I think they're useless.
Yeah.
The Gainesboro alderman voted for the removal of a speed bump on Short Street.
Did you start this, maybe?
No, I just think everybody.
Maybe they heard you and said he's right.
No, I doubt that. I bet they just drove over it one day and went, you know what? We don't need this thing.
Right.
This is silly. And it was a pretty big speed bump, so cars were dragging on it and stuff. I know what they're talking about. And that's a good one to get rid of.
You're all for it, aren't you?
I just hate speed bumps.
He'd be for any of them. Get rid of,
Yeah.
especially that one.
The worst ones are in that in the shopping center where Great Clips is over there behind the new Starbucks on Willow.
Yeah.
Those are terrible.
Terrible.
And then the ones over there.
They're not like rounded. They're like hard and real bumpy.
And the ones over there where Food Line is.
I agree.
on
They're
Jackson.
rounded, but they're still annoying.
They're annoying.
Yeah.
And I get why they might have them around that area because people will fly and people could get hurt there.
They need some speed bumps or something in the Kroger parking lot.
Well, they need to.
People need to behave is what they need to do.
Kroger needs to move. Right? I mean, Kroger needs to move.
I really hate that parking lot. For some reason, people go wild in it.
Yeah. I don't.
They're not watching for pedestrians. They're turning crazy around the corner.
That's because it's crazy there.
It just makes me so. My anxiety is off the charts in that parking
Yeah.
lot.
I just won't go. Especially if I'm driving a truck.
It ain't worth it, is
Trucks
it?
are too big to be in there.
It's making my palms sweat just thinking about that parking lot. The next thing I have for you, it's just something kind of short and sweet. It's the Baxter Senior Center. They always have a good lunch. It's for $3 or something like that.
Yeah.
You can get like homemade stuff. Like today is baked spaghetti. Pork tomorrow, hamburger steak on Wednesday, and hot dogs and barbecue chicken. Come on now.
That sounds good.
I may have lunch with a senior citizen.
Hey, that'd be a blast.
Jason says I am one.
Well, I mean, it'd be good practice.
When do you become a senior citizen? What is the age?
65?
Well, I'm not even there yet.
No, Sheila, you're not there
Not
yet.
even 55.
I'm just poking fun.
No, I was trying to think.
Because you're older than me, that's the only reason.
Maybe 3 years, 2.5, 3.
2.5.
Is it 2.5?
Ish. I don't know.
Maybe 10. Who knows?
You're not old, Sheila. I'm just poking fun at
There's
you.
some days I feel it.
Oh, this whole springing forward thing makes me feel old.
I'm telling you. Even though it happens on the weekend, it still messes with you.
Well, yeah, because you don't really have to like be anywhere.
Right.
Like, well, I say that, but for those of you who get up at normal times, it might be a little difficult on Sunday morning, getting up, getting to church, and all that stuff. But it doesn't really hit me until the Monday morning, this morning.
Yeah.
And
I think I've changed all the clocks. I mean, most of them change automatically now. And then I get in my car and I'm like, oh, there's one I didn't change.
Oh.
And then mine won't let you change unless you're parked.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, that's coming
good,
later.
though. That's good.
Is it?
That's good. Yeah.
I guess I should concentrate on driving instead of fixing the time.
You should, Sheila. Hey, not from the Upper Cumberland area, but we'll claim her. Her name is Maddie Pruitt. She's 15, and she's from, she lives in Eagleville, Tennessee right now.
Yeah.
And she got through on American Idol.
What?
Now she's got a bunch of family up in Jamestown, apparently.
Oh, how fun.
So we're going to claim Maddie Turner, or excuse me, Maddie Pruitt. So if you're voting on American Idol, Maddie
I gotta know
Pruitt.
which one she looks like now.
She's dark-headed. She's 15.
15.
She says her style is country soul.
Ooh.
So
that sounds good.
if you're looking for somebody to root for,
I'm going to root for Maddie.
Maddie Pruitt would be the one.
All right.
That's all I've got, Sheila.
Well, it's time.
Oh, you know what? Congratulations, Tennessee Tech. Women's basketball, OVC champs. They're going to the big dance. Can't wait to see who they're going to play in the NCAA tournament.
They've been having some great photos made, too. And I've been seeing Coach Roseman and all the girls.
Coach Roseman can dance.
She can.
I saw the video of them after their victory.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Roseman was in there.
She probably didn't even know she could dance that good.
Getting busy with it.
I love it.
All right.
Congratulations to those ladies.
Wings up.
Wings up. They have worked so hard and still rooting for y'all, most definitely. Your 2 cents. It's brought to you by Freedom Pond. Open today. They're now open Mondays, Monday through Saturday. They've got tools. They have trailers. They even have some kerosene heaters, a couple of those that you can choose from. And just whatever you need to go there first because they are your guns and ammo store as well. Well, other than a dog or cat, because that's what everybody would say.
Yeah.
What is the cutest animal you've ever seen?
Oh, boy.
Don't say honey dippers, sugar gliders. He thinks they're real cute.
Well, maybe I do think they're real cute. Why can't I say that?
You can, but I didn't want you to say the wrong thing, like sugar gliders is what.
Sugar gliders.
Is that what you're going to say? They got big old eyes, and they are real cute.
I do think honey dippers is a bit better name for them. I'm just going to throw that out there. It's 6:18. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. Hang out, guys. We'll be right back.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. One of our clients says something interesting about why he chose us. He said the financial advisor he had worked with up to this point in his life wasn't the one to get him through retirement. Is that you? You've made it this far, but you recognize you don't get a do-over when you're actually in retirement. It's not too late to feel confident about your financial future. The first step is easy. Set up a phone consultation or in-person meeting with any of our offices by calling us at 615-851-1950 or just go to paulwinkler.com.
And now located in Cookeville.
Then Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. Matthew chapter 9, verse 35. Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers with the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ. Join us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. on our radio program, Words of Exhortation, as we study through the Gospel of Matthew right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve Him and serve others.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland Cumberland deals, you're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time. Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, Exceptional Bean, Royal House of Cheese. Go to halfpriceuppercumberland.com. Visit any of the Cookeville Communications Station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Online-only residential auction for a charming 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom brick home offering 962 square feet of living space on approximately a 0.19 acre lot at 1206 Pleasant View Drive in Cookeville. With great potential, this home is livable as is, but would benefit from a little TLC. Featuring a solid structure and a functional layout, this property is a fantastic investment with room for customization and value appreciation. Bidding ends Thursday, March 13th at 10 a.m. Visit eagleauctions.com or call Lee J at 526-5335.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila, and we're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:21 now.
And it's time for Your 2 Cents. It's brought to you by Freedom Pawn on Mayberry Street in Sparta. They are a guns and ammo store. They've got a little bit of everything, jewelry, tools, trailers, you name it.
Trailers for sale or rent.
You better stop at Freedom Pawn.
Pretty good if we can make that rhyme somehow.
Yeah, but I didn't want you to keep going.
Not today,
you'd
though.
Sing the whole song.
Not today, though.
It's a real good song, though. Roger Miller.
Yeah.
I almost said more because we were talking James Bond the other day. He's not a singer, though. Other than a dog or cat, because I know that's everybody's favorite, dogs and cats. They've been domesticated longer than any other animal, probably, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I guess so.
Than a horse, maybe a horse.
Yeah.
But other than a dog or a cat, what is the cutest animal you've ever seen? I love all of these answers because some of y'all gave us pictures.
I want to say that I want to get the name right, Sheila. Sugar Glider. Even though I'm sure it's not, that's not his Christian name.
No, because his Christian name is what Jason calls it, Honey Dipper.
Honey Dipper. That might be what I would just name my Sugar Glider.
Do y'all remember that Robert Plant had a group besides Led Zeppelin?
No, nobody.
The Honey Dippers.
Nobody.
It was in the 80s.
Nobody remembers
Sea
that.
of Love.
Never heard of it.
That was the number one song for the Honey Dippers and Robert Plant.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I did not know that.
When you say Honey Dippers, it reminds me of Robert Plant. Anyway, you need a Honey Dipper Sugar Glider and name it Robert.
No.
Michelle said the cutest animal she's ever seen is TT her hedgehog and gave a picture of her hedgehog. So y'all need
got a real hedgehog?
Yeah, and I do want one of them. They're cute.
Why do you want one of them?
I've seen one at it was years ago. This woman at the vet's office, I was going to take my dog and she was getting her shots and stuff. And she had a mama hedgehog with babies.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, I've been in love.
Just with the babies, though, right? Not
No,
the full-grown one?
the grown one was tiny, like a little baby. And then she let me pet its belly because, it's got little prickly stuff on its back.
Yeah.
Its belly was velveteen soft.
Really?
And it was real sweet.
I got Donna a new robe for Valentine's Day. And I got her one because The old one she'd had for a good bit since Kit Kat has been a little baby kitten. Well, Kit Kat thinks that row is its mama. I'm pretty sure they're the same color.
It feels like it's furry.
And Donna held Kit Kat, little, and
it's her little security blanket.
Right. So I got Donna this new robe, and this has been working out great because Donna's tired of Kit Kat, trying to lay on her at night. So we laid out this old robe, and I said, Kit Kat, because, Kit Kats, they like to have a place of honor.
Yeah, they do. And they love it when you present it
Right.
to them.
So I got that robe all in a chair, and I got to tell you, that cat this weekend didn't leave that robe.
This is mine. He told me it's mine.
This
is my queen's throne.
You have to say, Kit Kat, here's your place of honor. And
Yeah.
Kit Kat's like, of course it is. Thank you so much.
That's why women are like cats, men are like dogs.
Right. And she likes to lay on it in her place of honor. And then we've got her a bird feeder outside where she can see that bird feeder.
You spoil your cat.
No, Donna
He
does.
doesn't like cats. But
Donna
he's
does.
crazy about this cat. Y'all.
Donna spoils that cat.
You thought of Kit Kat when you got Donna her new robe.
I did. Well, I was more thinking about Donna because she's like, that cat's always laying on me. So I was like, well, I'll cure that.
Does she miss her laying on her though?
As your man.
You got to cure it. You got to
Let me cure that for you.
And she's all happy now.
Right. Yeah.
So both of your queens, well, your queen and your little princess cat, they're
Right.
both happy.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, now Pam, we know that she has lots of animals.
Mm-hmm.
She said the cutest animal she's ever seen was her squirrel, Allie.
Mm.
And that squirrel is cute. I've seen videos of that squirrel.
Squirrels are cute.
Baby pandas, yes, Jim.
Oh
I
my
agree.
gosh, I bet so.
Anything, baby.
Yeah.
Even when they're not cute when they're grown, they're tiny and cute when they're little.
Yeah.
For instance,
Little koalas.
oh, adorable. Baby pigs, adorable.
Oh, baby pigs,
That's
yes.
what Tammy said. She thinks baby pigs. For me, one of the cutest is little baby goats.
Yeah.
The way they hop around, their cute little legs.
Yeah. That's why I like those Nigerian dwarfs. They kind of stay babies.
Yeah, they stay tiny. Susan said a baby possum.
Now, baby possums are cute.
Yeah, but not grown ones.
Oh.
But grown ones get a bad rap because they eat ticks and fleas and all that stuff. They eat the bad stuff.
They're real ugly.
They're real ugly, but they're harmless. Except don't corner them.
I don't plan on it.
Some people do and then wonder why they hiss at them.
I just let them do their thing and
Yeah.
we move along.
Johnny said a raccoon. They
Yeah,
are cute.
they're cute all the time.
They are. And Tex said otters. Yes.
Yeah.
They're playful and cute.
I think if I could have a domesticated wild animal,
Yeah.
it'd be the raccoon.
I wouldn't mind that. And they wash their food and their hands before they eat.
Right.
Even though they're trash pandas, that's what they call them.
Yeah.
A trash panda, and they get into trash. They're just looking for food.
Yeah, I think a well-fed,
Wash their hands beforehand.
I think a well-fed one would be fine. But a raccoon and then possibly
Sugar glider.
Well, sugar glider, but any of the talking birds.
I think they would get us in trouble.
Yeah.
But they are funny.
Yeah.
And they learn how to sing. Our engineer has a pet bird.
I know.
I want to meet that bird.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, but I mean, still, that's a lot of work. I don't want to do that.
It is a lot of work, I'm sure.
All the other animals I'd want would be a lot of work.
Rabbits are cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody said rabbit.
They're annoying.
A rabbit is real cute, but it's not as affectionate as a cat or a dog.
Yeah.
You just can't beat cats and dogs.
Can't.
I mean, that's my cutest is a little kitten to me. Puppies are cute too, but those kittens, a little fuzzy. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Well, it depends on the dog too. You know.
All puppies are cute.
They're all cute, but whether it's cuter than a kitten depends on the dog.
That's true.
I got to tell you, a little baby cocker spaniel.
Oh my goodness.
That's about the cutest thing you could ever see in your
And a
life.
Labrador retriever. That little face.
Yeah, but it just looks like a mini Labrador.
Not the little face. It looks all like, come here, let me hold you.
Get on over to 1077 and 1400 The Hub on Facebook and participate in Your 2 Cents, brought to you by Freedom Pond, 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. Now open Mondays. That means open today. Now, coming up next, we've got spoiler alert for you. It's the latest in the world of entertainment and music, so we'll get to that here in just a second on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window studio. Hang with us. We'll be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The State Department of Safety and Homeland Security once again reminding residents to obtain a real ID by May 7th. On that date, the new form of identification will be required in order to board commercial flights and to enter certain federal buildings. Federal law requires real ID applications to be made in person. The Putnam County School Board has approved a name for a new pre-K center that will soon be located at the old Parkview School. The facility on Scott Avenue will be called the Putnam County School System Early Learning Academy. Tennessee Tech's Board of Trustees have approved plans for a new master's degree in agri-science technology in child life. Officials said the Child Life program will be the only of its kind at a public institution in Tennessee. It's designed to prepare graduates to support emotional, developmental, and psychological needs of children facing medical or traumatic experiences. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. Star wide receiver DK Metcalf is headed to Pittsburgh. The former Seahawks wide receiver said recently he wanted to be traded and is now a Steeler. The Steelers gave the Seahawks a second-round draft pick and gave Metcalf a 5-year extension worth $150 million. Elsewhere in the NFL, the Buffalo Bills are making their QB, Josh Allen, one of the highest-paid players of all time. This past season's MVP is getting $330 million in 6 years to take him through the year 2030. Allen will get $250 million guaranteed. The Tennessee Tech women punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament over the weekend as they won the OVC tournament, beating Lindenwood 82-76 in overtime. 4 area girls basketball teams will play in the state tournament this week in Murfreesboro, Van Buren County in 1A. In 2A is York Institute, White County in 3A, and Cookeville in 4A. Join us tonight for 2 high school basketball games as the Upperman Bees travel to Heritage for the boys sectional at 6 on our YouTube channel. On our main UCR Facebook page, Pickett County plays Van Buren County at 7. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank. The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office in Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Jerry Willis, and this is the Fox Business Report.
President Trump sidestepped a question about whether the U.S. could see a recession this year, telling Fox's Maria Bartiromo that he hates to predict things, saying there is a period of transition to bring wealth back to America. But Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said later Americans should absolutely not brace for a recession. Stock futures are lower. There is another factor this morning. There's renewed concern about China's economy slowing. CVS is preparing to open some new mini stores with a full-service pharmacy and very little retail. The Wall Street Journal says the locations will stock over-the-counter health products. In recent years, drugstores have been dealing with competition from discount retailers, online shopping, and a surge in theft. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola, invested in you.
National security is at risk, and China controls most of the world's supply of antimony, a critical metal for military and defense technology. Military Metals Corp is taking action and securing a Western-controlled supply with projects in Europe and North America. Critical minerals are the backbone of modern defense. Now's the time to pay attention. The stock trades on the OTC under ticker MILIF. Call your broker today or go to www.militarymetalscorp.com to learn.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Monday morning forecast. Outstanding weather expected today with sunny skies through this afternoon. Temperatures will gradually climb into the mid-60s for highs, north-northeast wind at around 5 miles per hour. Tonight will be clear with a low in the upper 30s. Tuesday will be sunny with highs around 70.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:35 now.
And our guest this morning, a little after 7, will be Casey Overstreet. She's with Highland Rim Academy. And then at 7:30, Emma Levitz. She's on the cover of the spring edition of Cookeville Lifestyle magazine. She is also one of the artists in town, and we'll talk to her about that and her experience with being a part of the new launch of Cookeville Lifestyle.
Well, she's right in the center of the arts community. She absolutely deserved to be on the cover.
Yeah,
for sure.
She really does.
Let's see here. It's spoiler alert time. That's what it is. It's the latest going on in the world of entertainment and music. Gail Gadot. Is it Gadot or Godot? It's Godot, right? I just keep saying it, Gadot.
I think you're right with Gadot.
Oh. Going to be on Jimmy Fallon tonight. Kate Blanchett and Peter Frampton will be, or Kate Blanchett will be on the show. Peter Frampton is sitting in with the band tonight.
Oh, how cool is that?
One of our favorites, John Mulaney, is going to be on with Jimmy Kimmel. And let's see here. Don Johnson is going to be on Seth Meyers.
I have not seen his new show.
I saw a little bit of it, and it's okay. You know, I started watching this weekend.
What?
That new Matlock.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
It's pretty good.
Kathy Bates, Tennessean.
Yeah. I didn't know it'd be good. It's a completely different plot.
Yeah. It's not like, I mean.
I thought it would be, it's just like Matlock,
no,
but it's different.
Way different.
Yeah. So anyway, on regular TV tonight, Ringo and Friends at the Ryman. That's going to be on CBS.
Ringo Starr, I imagine.
The Voice on NBC. The Bachelor on ABC. Confessions of Octomom. That's
I haven't
be
heard
on Lifetime.
Octomom in a while.
Me either. I hadn't even thought about Octomom.
Oh, Octomom.
On streaming tonight, you've got American Manhunt, Osama bin Laden. That'll be on Netflix, season 1 of that. And on Acorn TV, Black Shore, a series premiere of that. But yeah, I highly recommend that Matlock. That's a good show.
Yeah, Kathy Bates is good on anything she does.
Amazon MGM Studios will keep James Bond a male and British, per a studio memo reported by the Daily Mail. This follows speculation about changes after Amazon buyout. They thought they would change that around, but he's still going to be a British dude.
I didn't know they were talking about changing it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they're going to leave it the same.
Yeah, me too. Young Sheldon star Emily Osment has filed for divorce from her husband, musician Jack Anthony, after less than 5 months.
That was short-lived.
According to court documents, Osment, 32, cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split. They have no kids together, and they had a prenuptial, so this one should be pretty quick. Paris Jackson defended her sheer gown choice at the Stella McCartney Fall 2025 show, responding to online criticism. We've all got bodies.
The way you said it.
I mean,
that made it sound so stupid. We've all got bodies.
She said, let's do something for the planet, man. Stop freaking out about nipples, man.
Like, man.
Like, man. She questioned why the human body causes such discomfort.
Because you're supposed to keep it covered.
Right. But I don't guess you have to in Hollywood anymore.
No, people walking down red carpets.
Buck naked.
Yeah.
Buck naked.
I don't care. If you got something sheer on, you're still naked.
Now, I don't think we ought to be coming to work that way.
Gosh, no.
At the box office over the weekend, Mickey, 17. Mickey 17.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind.
Hey, Mickey. 19.1 million.
I didn't even know that was a movie.
Captain America hanging in there, number 2.
Goodness.
Last Breath at number 3. The Monkey at 39 million. And then right behind the Monkey, Paddington in Peru's hanging in there,
That
Sheila.
Paddington keeps hanging in.
Everybody loves Paddington.
Yeah.
Oh, I said, you look like Paddington.
Yeah, because I had a little blue coat and I had a red hat.
Well, I don't know if you saw this on ESPN The Ocho over the weekend. What's the dog you say you are?
Corgi.
They had corgi races.
Oh my gosh, how cute was that?
It was there's a good bit of the day on Sunday that they had corgi races.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't let me know that.
Well, I meant to, and then I got to doing something else, and then I forgot.
You got to rooting for a particular corgi, didn't you?
No, I went past it. I didn't watch the corgi races. It's not as good as Slippery Stairs.
That's funny.
I wish they'd put the slap fights on there. That's interesting.
People really do those.
It's a big deal.
Would you be a part of, I guess money can talk on anything, right?
Would I want to be a slapper?
Or be slapped?
Well, either way. I mean, if you're in, you're getting slapped and you're slapping.
I don't think I'd want any part of that.
I watched one of them about knock them out, slapping them.
That can't be good.
Well,
What talking about good for you?
What it is that they've got that. It's the same, so they,
that it kind of jolts your head.
Yeah.
Shakes that brain around inside that skull.
It's crazy.
Not good for you.
They're saying they've got the cause of death was revealed for Gene Hackman, and they're saying it was about his heart complications.
Mm-hmm.
But that he also had Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And his wife had been passed away for a week. And I guess that
She was his main caregiver, I believe.
I guess that Alzheimer's just confused him to the point he didn't know she was.
They also said he didn't have anything in his stomach, so
I hadn't eaten.
all that's just so
I hate
bad.
that so
And
bad.
I'm sure he was probably on medications and he didn't know
I'm
what to take. That could explain
positive.
why medicine was strewn across the.
Yeah.
I don't know, but can you imagine like how confused he was on all that?
No,
The
that
whole thing is just sad.
breaks my heart.
But I'm glad it wasn't somebody coming in and messing with them.
Yeah.
Trying to rob them.
I think it was just a series of events, and then found out the dog was in a
crate.
In a crate, so the dog couldn't get out. So that poor dog.
That breaks my heart too. Like
The whole-
that's an awful way to die for all three of them.
The whole situation's terrible.
Yeah.
And this is why, kids, you got to go see about your mama and daddy.
Yeah. For sure.
Or, it's a phone call.
Yeah.
If you don't have time to go see them or they live far away, it's just a phone call.
Yeah.
That's it. You got to check about your mama and your daddy. At the South by Southwest premiere of Another Simple Favor, Director Paul Feig addressed rumors that co-stars Blake Lively and Andrew Kendrick were feuding. It did look like it in some of the clips I saw. And I'm full team Anna Kendrick, by the way. I think she's cute as a button.
Oh, yeah, she seems real cute and real sweet. So there's more news about Blake that she's not getting along with somebody else?
Yes.
You know what? All signs point to Blake Lively not being nice.
Yeah, there's if you have Fox Nation, even Fox
Was like, what's up with this girl?
What's up with Blake Lively?
Right, yeah.
So they on Fox Nation, which is their
There's no telling what Ryan Reynolds is going.
streaming service. Yeah, because I like him.
I know.
But he's a good guy, it seems, and he's got his girl's back, which he's going to have if it looks.
He's scared not to.
Maybe that's the case, but he might have to cut ties at some point.
Yeah.
John Goodman sustained a hip injury while filming a untitled movie. So he's 72. Hope he gets better soon, which is great. We were just talking about the Big Lebowski on Friday because it was Dude Day or Day of the Dude, and John Goodman's been in a bunch of great movies.
He's one of my favorites. I think he's underrated.
I forget how many movies he's been in until you really start looking
He's a great character actor. It's not like he doesn't have to be the lead. He can be the lead or he can be a supporting
he adds
role.
a lot, like Raising Arizona.
Oh,
he does a great job in Raising Arizona. He does a good job in all of his movies. Anyway, get better soon. John Goodman. Hip injuries, from what I understand, are the worst.
Hip and back.
Hip and back,
I hear a lot of bad things about that. Even though you might have to have surgery, sometimes that makes things worse. And I just hope he heals good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will. It's 6:46 now on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Coming up, we've got The Real Good. And are we asking Sheila or asking Jason? I'm going to let you pick. You pick every Monday how you want to do it.
Oh, I pick?
Yeah, you get to pick. Is it Ask Sheila or Ask Jason?
It's Ask Sheila, I guess. We'll keep that going.
All right. That's coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Y'all hang out with us, okay?
Looking for incredible deals and unique finds? Discover the Habitat Restore off South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville. From furniture and home decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need to spruce up your space, all at unbeatable prices. Plus, every purchase supports Habitat for Humanity, helping families build their dream homes right here in our community. So why wait? Visit Habitat Restore today and uncover treasures while making a difference. South Jefferson Avenue, right here in Cookeville.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-648-9174. 800-648-9174. That's 800-648-9174.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
If you have automotive needs, Dependable Auto Sales and Service along with Colonial Automotive would love to help you. Whether it's towing or service, body shop needs, are you ready for a new car? We have everything you need, including the financing, including the warranties. It doesn't matter what it is, DAS is on your side. Please come see us at 1575 Interstate Drive right here in Cookeville, 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-7355, 24/7 at dasautosales.com.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-Window-1.
Call us before you dig. Accidents are caused each year because someone broke a gas line that they didn't know was there. Remember, not all of our lines are in the street. They go through your yard to the house. Don't take a chance. The Cookeville Gas Department will gladly check any area before you dig and tell you if there are any gas lines present. Help us keep natural gas the safest energy there is. Natural gas. Energy for life. This message brought to you in the interest of safety from the Cookeville Gas Department in cooperation with the Tennessee Public Utility Commission.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window studio. It's 6:50.
And it's 36 right now. A high getting up to 63. And it'll be sunny.
All right. It's going to be a good day. Every day, me and Sheila, we go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it The Real Good. Royce Lewis is a star third baseman who plays for the Minnesota Twins. He's currently with his team in Fort Myers, Florida, getting ready for the upcoming baseball season. It's a fun time of year for the players and the fans, and the fans have a better chance of interacting with the players that they do, and they're actually playing the game. They're just down there practicing. Royce has a unique approach to requests for autographs during spring training. Instead of just signing for young fans, Roy asked the fans to sign his hat in return.
How cute is that? I love it.
Royce said the request sometimes has kids confused. He says, it's just so funny to see their reaction. He said 8 out of 10 of them are always like, me? You want me to sign it? I think they're just shocked. It's almost as if no one's done that before. The fun interaction is a part of the efforts to grow the game of baseball. He says, I was just having fun and create memories for myself, said Royce, and now has created some memories, hopefully, for the kids.
I love it.
I think that's really cool.
I would love to see their reaction when he goes, will you sign my hat?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd be like, sure. Wouldn't that be cool?
I'm sure some kids are very confused, but yeah, I would love that.
There's a couple celebrating their 70th wedding anniversary. Believe their love has lasted so long because of their passion for exercise and wine.
Oh, two good things that keep your heart pumping.
93-year-old Ron Ashpool and his 91-year-old wife, Nancy, got engaged on the back seat of a bus after a day trip to London in 1954.
How sweet.
Doesn't that sound romantic?
It does.
Since then, Ron and Nancy have been together. They've raised 3 sons through the decades. Getting to 70 years was a special accomplishment. One that was celebrated with a letter of congratulations from King Charles.
Oh.
They were able to add the letter to their collection as Queen Elizabeth II also sent them a letter on their 60th anniversary. When asked about the secret of success, Ron and Nancy said patience, exercise, and a couple of glasses of wine at night go a long way to maintaining their happy marriage. I can see that.
Like good advice.
Yeah, patience for sure. Exercise, get out the.
Just keep moving.
Yeah, and then the wine to put up with each other, I guess.
Have a little hot toddy at night.
Yeah. So to Royce Lewis and to Ron and Nancy on their 70th wedding anniversary, y'all are real good. All right, Sheila, you ready for Ask Sheila round 1?
I'm ready.
For this week.
Ready.
Let's get over to that page here, and I'll tell you what these are about.
Don't forget Casey Overstreet's coming in after 7. She's with Highland Rim Academy. We'll be talking about some great things going on with them. And Emma Levitz after 7:30. She is with the arts community and was also on the magazine Cookeville Lifestyle.
All right, this looks like it's about work.
Okay.
And all right, here we go. 1/3 of us say we've had someone at work steal this from us. 1/3 of us say we've had someone at work steal this. What is it?
Your job.
No.
Your title.
Not your job, not your title. It's not really anything you can hold on to.
Oh, because I was about to say stapler.
It's not a stapler or anything like that.
Lots of people steal your ideas and claim it as their own.
You got it right, Sheila. Idea.
That's happened to me several times.
I know it has.
Yeah.
That's why I knew you'd get that one eventually.
Ideas. They steal them all the time.
1 in 4 of us have used a sick day to do this. What is it? One in four of us have used a sick day to do this.
Go to the doctor.
No, that's
It's
not
something
it.
that you
want.
Self-care, like I'm not really sick, but I need a day off kind of thing.
No, that's not it either. Give you one more shot. I don't know how to give you. I don't know how to give you a hint on it.
I know there was a question one time that somebody said they like to take off work just to be with their dog.
I'll give it to you. Care for a pet.
Oh, care. It was more like self-care and being home with your pet. Remember?
Well, yeah.
Remember when we had something like that?
Right. This is to care for your pet. So maybe your pet's had surgery or something and you stay home with your pet.
Well, I had to take it one time when my dog had surgery.
Yeah.
Like it was
I mean, I get it. There's nothing else you can do about it.
Yeah.
But
I didn't have anybody else that could go get her.
All right, this is kind of a weird one, Sheila.
It's kind of a weird one.
If this happened to you at work, it would more than likely be on a Monday and in September.
Heart attack.
No, today is actually the biggest day for heart attacks.
Monday?
No.
You're talking about in March.
Well, no, yeah, because of daylight savings time.
Oh my.
Yeah.
See how hard it is? And y'all just keep trying to kill us with this changing of the times.
Right. So hopefully they're done with that.
So it's not heart attack.
No. If this happened to you at work, it'd more than likely be on a Monday and in September.
Fired.
The answer is get murdered.
What? Now, why would that be up in my mind about? I know I watched some stuff on Dateline, but I really that was not floating around in my mind. I guess heart attack is close to dying, but
well, I mean,
get murdered.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd have ever gotten that.
Oh no, that's one of those that's way out there.
It's crazy. See,
but you have nothing to worry about until September.
Thanks, Jason. What a way to look at it.
Yeah,
it's true.
So you just gotta wait to see if you
live my life well and get all that done on my bucket list before September.
And then if you make it through September, you're good for like another year. Probably don't get murdered at work.
That's a crazy. What made them ask this?
I don't know. Maybe they probably didn't ask it. They probably just looked at stats. So when people get murdered at work,
I bet you that's an AI generated question. That's just so out there. That's crazy.
Everybody, that's AI.
It has to be.
Well, that's what you say now every time you don't believe something.
Oh, it's AI. It's fake news.
That's what I always go to now. It's like, I bet that's AI.
Yeah.
That can't be real.
Can't be getting murdered at work. I mean, come on. I don't even like to think about that.
Well, you got 2 today, Sheila. Starting off Monday one, not getting murdered.
Yeah, it's always good.
So that's
deal.
good. That's good. And you got 2 right.
That's not bad.
Now, granted, we're just an hour into work, so still got all day to go.
All day to go. Happy Monday.
It's 6:59 now. Some great guests coming up after 7 o'clock. Plus, we'll keep you updated with latest news from Fox News and local news with Rafferty Cleary. Best local weather and going with Anthony Taylor from Upper Cumberland Weather, and best local sports coverage with Upper Cumberland Reporter. Wow.
The best. And then you got us.
And then
we messed it all
Then we'll
up.
bring it down just a hair, and then we'll get you back to the good people. It's all coming up here on Good Morning Cookeville. Stay with us.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub. Good Morning Cookeville. W299BY. 107.7 FM. And AM 1400. WHUB Cookeville.
They're going to make America rich again. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what President Trump insists, saying in Air Force One about tariffs returning to Washington.
We have many companies, as you know, auto companies are opening up plants now. We've had 4 or 5 announced already, but many more are coming.
Earlier, he hesitated, though, when asked on Fox Sunday Morning Futures if tariffs that are feared to lead to more inflation could lead us into recession.
There are always periods of, it takes a little time. It takes a little time. But I think it should be great for us. I mean, I think it should be great.
This as China's retaliation kicks in today. 10 to 15% tariffs on American exports, from beef, chicken, and pork to corn, cotton, wheat, and dairy products.
Today, the president is meeting with top tech CEOs from companies facing tariff-related pressure. They're rethinking their strategies as the administration implemented a 20% tariff on China.
The president, Fox's Madeline Rivera. The president also said this on Air Force One about Ukraine, that the U.S. has pretty much ended a pause put in place last week on intelligence sharing after Russian attacks.
We really just about have. And we want to do anything we can to get Ukraine to be serious about getting something done.
Tomorrow, Secretary of State Marco Rubio will lead U.S. talks with Ukrainian officials in Saudi Arabia.
Top U.S. officials met with Russian counterparts last month in Saudi Arabia. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky and President Trump publicly sparred in an Oval Office meeting a couple of weeks ago that ended without a long-sought minerals deal between the U.S. and Ukraine.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Israel has cut off electricity to Gaza, increasing pressure on Hamas to extend the ceasefire, release the remaining hostages. A small plane crashed near Lancaster Airport in Pennsylvania.
Rescue 1, Lancaster Tower. The aircraft is down out just behind the terminal on the parking lot street area.
The crash set cars on fire, but nobody on the ground was hurt. All 5 people on the plane were injured. America's listening to Fox News.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our U.S.-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit ConsumerCellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or ConsumerCellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
Canada is going to have a new leader this week amid all the trade uncertainty with the U.S. after President Trump imposed 25% tariffs on Mexican and Canadian imports last week and then delayed most of them for a month.
Canada's ruling Liberal Party has elected former central banker Mark Carney to take over for Justin Trudeau to serve as Prime Minister designate. Trudeau had announced in January he was stepping down. In his acceptance speech, Carney took aim at President Trump, saying he's using unjustified tariffs to attack Canada's economy.
He's attacking Canadian families, workers, and businesses, and we cannot let him succeed.
President Trump says Canada has been doing unfair trade with the U.S. for years. Carney may not be in the job for long. Canada is scheduled to hold its general election in October, but he could call for it sooner than that. Jill Nato, Fox News.
Now, concern that tariffs could lead to consumer price inflation remain a big issue on Wall Street, where stock futures are falling, down almost 400 points for the Dow. Coming off selling last week that dragged the Dow down a little over 1,000 points. The NASDAQ lost 3%. Big news in the NFL ahead of the free agent signing period that starts this week.
The Buffalo Bills and quarterback Josh Allen have agreed on a 6-year, $330 million deal. According to ESPN, $250 million of that is guaranteed, the most ever given to an NFL player. Allen had 4 years left on his old deal. Meanwhile, Browns defensive end Myles Garrett is now the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, agreeing on a 4-year extension averaging $40 million per year, including $123.5 million in guaranteed dollars. Garrett had demanded a trade earlier this offseason. I'm Tim McMaster, Fox News.
On the NASCAR track, Christopher Bell won again, getting the checkered flag in Phoenix. That's his third straight Cup Series race win. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The State Department of Safety and Homeland Security once again reminding residents to obtain a real ID by May 7th. On that date, the new form of identification will be required in order to board commercial flights and to enter certain federal buildings. Federal law requires real ID applications to be made in person. The Putnam County School Board has approved a name for a new pre-K center that will soon be located at the old Parkview School. The facility on Scott Avenue will be called the Putnam County School System Early Learning Academy. Tennessee Tech's Board of Trustees have approved plans for a new master's degree in agri-science technology in child life. Officials said the Child Life program will be the only of its kind at a public institution in Tennessee. It's designed to prepare graduates to support emotional, developmental, and psychological needs of children facing medical or traumatic experiences. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good Morning Cookeville with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window studio. Willow Window starting to do the summer space. Get on their books now because they got so many great new products for your patio or deck or around your pool or whatever. Willowwindow.pro if you want to see that.
It's so beautiful, too. Check that out. Casey Overstreet is with us. She is also with Highland Rim Academy, and you guys are about to move.
It is a big week, month, year, really, because this has been going on for so long. We are going to move into our new facility located at the corner of England Drive and Maple. So kind of the intersection of 111 and I-40. The building faces I-40. So if you're driving on I-40 between 111 and Jefferson, look to the right. You know, if you're headed towards Jefferson, you're going to see us there. We have, it used to be called the England building, if you remember that. We have completely renovated the entire building, just gutted it on the inside, refaced the outside, added square footage inside under roof, and that is going to become our new campus for Highland Rim Academy. We're a K-12, so kindergarten all the way through, graduating seniors now for, goodness, 10 years.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Founded in 2007. So we've been around a minute. It's been a long time coming to have a building of our own.
Did you say you had 244 students?
252. Yeah, 252. We have 44 staff members.
44 staff members. That's
a lot of people to move.
And it's a lot of people. My goodness.
That's bigger than I thought it was.
It
to be
is,
honest with
isn't
you.
it? You know, we're located at Washington Avenue Baptist Church right now, and they just deserve a trophy. They've been so good to us over the years, have created space where there wasn't space as, you know, we've grown and spread out over the years. And so we're kind of like sardines right now
Just
with
kinda packed
300
on top of
people.
each other.
Yeah.
Sunday school rooms are way different than classrooms.
That's right.
You know, Sunday school's normally what? At most, maybe 10 or 12 kids.
Right,
I
exactly.
don't know how many kids you've got per classroom.
See,
but
that's the thing is we've had to cap our enrollment because of the physical space. Like we just physically can't fit more bodies into those classrooms.
Yeah.
And so now at our new building, we have these spacious classrooms. The teachers came in over the past couple of weeks and like their jaws just dropped. You know, they're like, we can have space for a desk. We can do so many activities. We have a science lab
like on
now.
Step Brothers when they made bunk beds.
Look how much room we have.
How much room we have now.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it would hinder even how you teach the children because they can't spread out. The teachers don't really have their own desks.
Well-
so they've got to pack up and take everything with them day after day.
I'll tell you what, we have come up with some super creative solutions that have worked well for us. We only have to tear down and set up Wednesdays and Sundays, but just the thought that week after next, that will never happen again is pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah.
So what made you move during the school year? It was just kind of, that's just when it needed to happen.
Have you ever built a house and thought that you'd move in on X date?
Right.
But then you didn't move in till
So that's
Z
what
date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
We really thought, and our contractor, Tom Sergio, has done a phenomenal job. We basically gave him an impossible task, you know, like renovate inside and out a building in a really short amount of time. And so we thought that maybe it would be like a fall break move, and then we thought maybe it'd be a Christmas break move, and now it's a spring break move. So
But it's really going to happen this time,
it's
right?
really going to happen.
So other than the, larger permanent classrooms, what are some of the upgrades that the kids and teachers and parents can look forward to?
I'll tell you what my boys are most excited about. We have a full-size regulation gym.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So 6 goals. So we can do full court games, half court games, volleyball. All of our sports teams are going to have a practice space now. We're going to be able to host our own games. You know, we've been renting out the Cane Creek Rec Center, which, we love Cane Creek.
Sure.
Thankful for that
Yeah.
space. But to have a space of our own.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
The
know you love
gymnasium's
Washington
huge.
Avenue Baptist Church and how they've helped you
Yes.
along with
our community's been
the rec
phenomenal.
center. Yeah, but it's always nice for you to have a place of your own, and you can call that your home, and then kind of expand.
Yeah. So my boys are most excited about that. We're going to have a library. We'll have a science lab. Just lots of space to spread out and, try new things.
With this opening up to more students,
Yes.
how do you get your child into Highland Rim?
Yeah, absolutely. So first thing that I would tell you to do is go to our website, highlandrimacademy.org, and our full application packet is there online. And you can also just learn a little bit about our school. Our school is a little bit unique. We're the only one of our kind actually in the region.
Yeah.
So we are an ACCS, which is Association of Classical Christian Schools. We're an ACCS accredited school. And so we offer a classical Christian education. And so everything is taught through a biblical worldview, but it's taught through the classical model, which is kind of the new old way of learning. Once upon a time, everyone was educated classically. And what that does is that matches a child's developmental stages to the learning process. Okay. I'm not going to nerd out on it, although I totally could. I'm like holding it back right now. But that's where I would tell you to
get
start.
them back to learning cursive.
We do cursive.
All right. right.
We do Latin, we do art, we do music. We have an incredible science and math program. I say it all the time. I'm chasing after my children's education. I wish, and I had a wonderful education. Super thankful. Grew up in Cookeville, had amazing teachers. But just the difference in the way that we are able to teach. I wish I had that. So I would say start at the website, learn more about us, and then all the application steps are there.
Now, when you said you would have your own sports teams, so do you play other private schools or do you play other ACCS schools?
So some of them are ACCS schools, but we're part of the TIAA association. We follow TSSAA guidelines for all of our sports programs. So we have cross country, volleyball, basketball, and we now play soccer as well. So we play other private schools that are part of the TIAA. Occasionally we play some public schools too.
Okay. Well, that'll be fun. I mean, to have a basketball team and we've had all that. We've had all that for years, but now we have our own space. What's your mascot?
The lion.
Oh, the lion.
Of course.
Well, that makes sense 'cause, coming in like a lion.
That's right.
Yeah.
Christian school, you got to have a lion. We play
absolutely.
a lot of teams who have the mascot of a lion as well.
Yeah. It's 7:15 now. We'll be back with Casey Overstreet. Learn a little bit more about Highland Rim Academy when we get back. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio.
Sean Hannity here with some important advice. There's only one real estate agent I trust if I needed to sell my home. I'm talking about Heather Skender Newton with Skender Newton Realty. She services the entire Cookeville area. Just Google Skender Newton Realty.
You've prolonged it enough. 1 year quickly turned into 2, 2 years into 10, and now you've lost track of how long it's been since you've seen the dentist.
A trip to the dental office can be a scary thing for many people, but there is help. Hi, I'm Dr. Sandy Hayes.
And I'm Dr. Kevin Hayes. At Hayes Family Dentistry, we're changing the way people think about going to the dentist. We use the latest advancements in dental technology, including sedation dentistry, which offers hope to people who fear going to the dentist, or patients who need to have a lot of dental work done in just fewer appointments.
With one little peel, you'll ease into a state of relaxation and all of your fears will melt away, allowing us to correct years of dental problems, often in just one visit.
For more information, call us at Hayes Family Dentistry, 931-526-1614. That's 931-526-1614, or visit hayesdentistry.com and find out how easy it is to have the smile you've always wanted.
Hey, how's your money situation? Are you ready for retirement?
I wish I could retire.
Well, if you want to know what the pros are doing to make wealth multiply and retire like royalty, then you need to listen to this show, Retire the Right Way, with Aaron Wright. Get your money right and tune in every weekend, Saturdays at 9 a.m. on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to slow it down and get it going slower. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression. Izervay gets GA going slower. Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today. Izervay gets GA going slower. Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Did you know that birthday parties help build confidence in kids?
Yeah. Did you know that giving kids less sugar before bedtime helps them sleep better?
Oh, totally. Did you know that friendly kids have more friends?
Everybody knows that.
Hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
I didn't know that.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
107.7 and 1400 The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. We're live in the Willow Window Studio, 718 now.
Well, the lovely Casey Overstreet is with us, and she is with Highland Rim Academy. And I don't have your title. I know you've got...
I am the Director of Advancement.
Director of Advancement.
Which typically people say, what's that mean?
Well, y'all are advancing to another place, so I'm sure you help with that.
Honestly, that's it. However, I can help grow and advance the school. That's my job. And so it's fundraising, it's events, it's community relations, it's parent relations. We have an incredible parent service organization where we engage parents within the school because we're a partnership model school. We partner with parents in our kids' education. And so I help to get people connected within the school and then help us get connected in the community. So yeah, whatever can move the school forward.
That's what you're great about, Casey, because they'll remember you with Habitat for Humanity too for 10 years.
10 years.
That you helped with that, and you were great at fundraising and building that up too, continuing to make it even bigger and better. So I know Highland Rim Academy is lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Too, and I'm so glad that you guys have your own place now. And for those that may be just tuning in, where is it going to be located again?
We're located at 1000 England Drive, so that's on the corner of England Drive and Maple Avenue. Also at the corner of 111 and I-40. So the building faces I-40.
With all the stuff that's going on with the state and Bill Lee, Governor Lee's bill about vouchers.
Mm-hmm.
How does that affect people wanting to come to Highland Rim?
Yeah.
How does that work?
I think we'll see.
Okay.
That was cute. Yes. I know. We don't know yet.
We'll see.
I heard
we'll
about
see how that goes.
That's
above my pay grade.
I just didn't know if they brought, I got a golden ticket,
I don't think it works exactly that way. I do
All
think
right.
there's a process to it.
I didn't know how that would work, but I figured, that'd be a benefit to somebody if
Could
they
be.
did want to go to So I guess what I'm asking is, do you accept the voucher?
Well, right now we're not at that point yet.
Okay.
That decision, we're not at that point to make that decision yet. But I'll tell you what we do have is a robust scholarship fund, which is also something that I do as a part of my job, because we do want to make every opportunity for a family who wants to partner with us to be able to enroll their children at HRA. And so we do have a needs-based scholarship program that can be applied for as you're going through the application process.
I just, when they talk about that, for here, it's like, okay, well, there's not a lot of options to use the voucher.
Yeah.
But with you, there would be that one option.
Yeah. And I'll also say, I personally believe that the Lord's going to make a way. If you feel like this is where you want to place your child, you feel like it's the right decision for your family. And we've just found the Lord to be so faithful in that personally in our family. We have 3 children who are enrolled at HRA. And my husband's a pastor and I work at the school. So it's not like, we're out as, Fortune 500 executives.
Right.
And, we're able to make it work. And so I tell people all the time, don't let the cost of tuition be a barrier for you.
So tell us really the history of it, how it kind of got started. Is it that a lot of folks came together and wanted their kids to have a Christian type school?
Right. So a group of families came together because they learned about the classical Christian education movement. And so there truly has been a movement to bring this new old way of learning into the United States, through the United States, bring it back, basically. Kind of started out of Idaho, and then it just spread and it's multiplied. And so, a group of families partnered together. Actually, their first year, they were at Stephen Street Baptist Church. Outgrew that in 1 year. Then they moved to the River Community Church for a few years, and then have been at Washington Avenue for the past, I think we've been there for 12 years now. Yeah. So my oldest is a junior, and they had been there the year before he started kindergarten.
So he's been going the whole time.
Oh, yes. Yes. Do y'all know Patrick Mayberry?
Yeah.
Patrick and Jenny Mayberry?
Yeah.
So we were in life group with them. We were getting ready to enroll Will. Didn't know a thing about classical Christian education. Didn't, had no interest in that per se. Didn't know what Highland Rim Academy was. But Jenny looked at me and said, "Okay, see, you have to check out HRA before you enroll Will in kindergarten." And we were like, "Well, okay."
I'll read about it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, this sounds great.
Did exactly what I said to do a minute ago. Jumped on the website. I was sold, ready to turn in that application. And TJ was like, "Whoa, pump the brakes." Like, we need to go to this place first.
Yeah.
Went to an open house. The rest is history.
Yeah.
Just fell in love. Know with confidence we made the right decision for our kids. Have never questioned it.
So 44 teachers now. Where did it start at?
Oh my goodness, great question. I really think there were just a handful.
Really?
Yeah, and they all wore multiple hats, and even now we still see a little bit of that. Like
that's any job now.
For sure. Jenny Crockett, one of my dearest friends, she's our director of admissions, but she's also a science teacher and our PE teacher. But she's gifted in all of those areas, and so it works. In the beginning, a lot of people were wearing many hats. Now we don't have that quite so much.
That's great. And now a bigger space to spread out as well.
Yes.
And you think you're going to be in there after spring break?
Lord willing, we're going to make our big move over spring break.
Ooh.
Thank the Lord we have so many high school, students with strong backs and strong arms. And because, like I said, it's quite a task to move 300 people from one building to another.
Once you run out of teenagers, then you got to call Freddie Duncan to sing.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, that's the age I'm at now. I'm all out of teenagers.
Right.
and so I'm on grandbabies and
they're not big enough yet.
They're not big enough
they're
yet.
not as helpful.
So it's a call over to Freddie Duncan for me if I need to move now.
That's
but
a good one.
That's always good to have a bunch of teenagers, and they're probably good kids too.
They are great kids. I'll tell you, that's just one of the sweetest things that we've seen. Partnering with Highland Room Academy for our own kids is just all the good fruit that comes out of them. And to be able to just have really incredible conversations with my 17-year-old son, like you don't expect that.
Right,
You don't
right.
expect- and sometimes things come out of his mouth and I'm like, wow, you're smarter than I am.
This is my child.
Right.
Crazy.
I don't tell him that. Y'all don't tell him I said that, but
It's on TV and radio. So
it makes a mom heart proud.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure the
Absolutely.
school brings out all that side of him. Like it sounds like it's so like you have the creative side, the Christian side, and then the hardworking science, mathematics, and all that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying, they've taken God out of schools nowadays, and that might be some of the problem. Well, you can pray in this school. You
I
can
love
learn
the
more about
freedom
God.
of it.
So I think a lot of parents would be interested. in
Yeah,
Highland
we
Room
start
Academy.
every Monday with Monday Matins. We sing together. We worship together. We have chapel once a month. It's just the best way to start a school week.
and to have the parents involved as well, I think that's I'll let me take a step back. I do think that the public schools here in our area do a good job.
Oh,
Don't we have some of the best teachers in public school?
Unbelievable.
Yes.
I think
Some of the hardest jobs.
you see that across the country, some crazy stuff going on. You don't really see any of that here.
Yeah.
But to have that smaller classroom size, more interaction with teachers is always a good thing.
Right. We definitely, honor our public school partners as well. We have a child who, our sweet Ollie, who has Down syndrome. He attends public school, and we are beyond grateful to have that. But at the same time, we also appreciate and respect the freedom that we have as believers to educate our children through that Christian worldview, where there's some parameters around that in the public sphere. So,
well, it's they have to be that
Absolutely.
way. That's part of laws and stuff.
Yes.
So
yes.
But it's good to have this option as well. And then are you a year-round school, or do you take summers off as well?
We follow the Putnam County school calendar for the most part. We usually start a few days later, and we usually end a few days earlier than they do.
Another benefit.
We don't take as many snow days because we don't have to be concerned about bus transportation.
Right.
We don't have that same, safety concern.
Sure.
And so we don't have quite as many many snow days, but we also have a shortened school year.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we follow their calendar.
Well, that's good. It keeps everybody with their, because I'm sure that a lot of the students have friends at other schools, just like anywhere else.
Well, you want to go vacation with your friends, and you want to
Yeah.
make sure that your spring break's aligned so that you can all
Right.
do that.
Casey Overstreet is here with us. Highland Rim Academy is getting ready for their big move. It's going to be over on England Drive there at I-40 and 111. It's a great spot.
Yeah, it is.
And then you got that big truck stop right there too.
Let me tell
with
you,
all the good snacks and
one day we
whatnot.
were cleaning the building a couple weeks ago. We went over there for lunch, and it's pretty delicious.
Yeah. Now I haven't tried. I've tried the Hardee's in there. I've been reluctant on trying the L-Tap that's in there.
Delish.
Is it really?
You need to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know why. It's just been kind of like, I don't know about it.
No, I had an excellent bowl there a couple of
Some
Saturdays
truck
ago.
stop food is the best, just like food truck food.
The Sbarro is good too. We live nearby. It's good too. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot there was Sbarro in there.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll have all kinds of options on the way into school.
Yeah.
And even
For lunch.
That's another check mark.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. So you provide lunch as well? Is there like a kitchen?
Everyone brings their lunch Monday through Thursday, and on Friday we have what we call 550 Friday, and that rotates between like Chick-fil-A, Blue Coast, Papa John's. Our PSO does a pancake breakfast. So some fun treats on Fridays.
Man, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, we're just going to show up one Friday at Highland
Y'all
Rim.
need to come
I'm
on.
here.
You're welcome anytime.
I heard there was pancakes.
Yeah. Or let me know if it's Blue Coast burrito.
Right? Yeah.
I love that Blue Coast burrito.
I do
Good.
too.
Good. Anyway, Casey, thanks so much for being here. We
Thanks for having
appreciate
me.
it. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back. Sheila, who's coming in next?
It's Emma Levitz.
Emma Levitz. Yeah, she's on the cover of the new Cookeville Lifestyles magazine. It's their art edition. So we'll talk to Emma coming up in just a minute. So hang out with us here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live from the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The State Department of Safety and Homeland Security once again reminding residents to obtain a real ID by May 7th. On that date, the new form of identification will be required in order to board commercial flights and to enter certain federal buildings. Federal law requires real ID applications to be made in person. The Putnam County School Board has approved a name for a new pre-K center that will soon be located at the old Parkview School. The facility on Scott Avenue will be called the Putnam County School System Early Learning Academy. Tennessee Tech's Board of Trustees have approved plans for a new master's degree in agri-science technology in child life. Officials said the Child Life program will be the only of its kind at a public institution in Tennessee. It's designed to prepare graduates to support emotional, developmental, and psychological needs of children facing medical or traumatic experiences. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. Star wide receiver DK Metcalf is headed to Pittsburgh. The former Seahawks wide receiver said recently he wanted to be traded and is now a Steeler. The Steelers gave the Seahawks a second-round draft pick and gave Metcalf a 5-year extension worth $150 million. Elsewhere in the NFL, the Buffalo Bills are making their QB, Josh Allen, one of the highest-paid players of all time. This past season's MVP is getting $330 million in 6 years to take him through the year 2030. Allen will get $250 million guaranteed. The Tennessee Tech women punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament over the weekend as they won the OVC tournament, beating Lindenwood 82-76 in overtime. 4 area girls basketball teams will play in the state tournament this week in Murfreesboro, Van Buren County in 1A. In 2A is York Institute, White County in 3A, and Cookeville in 4A. Join us tonight for 2 high school basketball games as the Upperman Bees travel to Heritage for the boys sectional at 6 on our YouTube channel. On our main UCR Facebook page, Pickett County plays Van Buren County at 7. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank.
TRN News.
Vehicles that take part in street racing in Asheville will be impounded if a new law passes. A Metro National Council member proposed the law, which calls for impounding vehicles for 30 days. It's an effort to deter reckless driving. The ordinance is supported by the police department, which says impoundment will make drivers think twice before street racing. A hearing held for Shelby County Commissioner Edmund Ford Jr. The commissioner is accused of securing grants for 3 nonprofits in exchange for computer purchases from his company. He's also accused of tax evasion. Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris has advised that Ford Jr. should be removed from the grant decision process. Meantime, Ford's father, City Commissioner Edmund Ford Sr., stated to reporters, the mayor better be careful, and the mayor needs to be quiet about this. Ford Jr. has pled not guilty and is expected back in court in May. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew.
Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
A bill banning cell phones in Tennessee classrooms is a signature away from becoming a law. Both the House and Senate have passed a proposal and sent it to Governor Bill Lee's desk. It requires school districts to create their own cell phone ban policies. That means phone possession and punishments would vary. Meantime, state lawmakers also considering a bill that let doctors deny care to some patients based on their religious beliefs. It also applies to pharmacists. It passed the state Senate, now goes to the House. 2 people behind bars for stealing over $28,000 worth of baby formula, as WATE reporting Danville police started investigating a theft from a food city at the end of February. Several departments collaborated to determine 2 people from Texas were responsible for these thefts. The arrest of the 2 individuals were announced Thursday. Tennessee's unemployment rate continuing to remain below the national average. The national average at 4%. Tennessee's for January, 3.7%. Over 21,000 jobs were added in Tennessee last year, such as mining, logging, construction, and hospitality. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Monday morning forecast. Outstanding weather expected today with sunny skies through this afternoon. Temperatures will gradually climb into the mid-60s for highs. North-northeast wind at around 5 miles per hour. Tonight will be clear with a low in the upper 30s. Tuesday will be sunny with highs around 70.
Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. 7:36 now.
Emma Levitz is with us. She is on the cover of the new spring edition of Cookeville Lifestyle magazine, and it's the art edition. So there were tons of artists that were featured in this actual magazine. And you were actually one of the ones to make it and then to get on the cover with Jen Luna as well.
Yeah.
So how fun was that, being featured and being, getting your makeup done, getting your hair done, getting photographed?
Yeah, that part was really fun. They made that whole experience very fun for sure, with Jamili doing the makeup and getting my hair done and everything. That was very fun.
And then Abby Whedon from Edison Hill, she takes the pictures.
Yeah, and she's really great to work with. She's told us what to do, and because we are not used to being photographed, and so she instructed us on what to do, so that was good.
Yeah, that's one of those moments you just gotta shut up and do what she says.
Yeah, you're like, what do I do with my hands?
Like you're Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
What?
The hands are there, and you're like,
Just put them down to your side there, Ricky Bobby.
and then they're real stiff to your side.
Yeah.
But she's good at making you feel comfortable and telling you what to do.
For sure.
Okay, just relax and do it. And I'm like, that's easy for you to say.
Right, I know, and she has the vision and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really fun.
Now, are you one of those people who likes getting their picture made, or are you more behind the scenes? Because I can tell you this, with me and Sheila, we both love getting our picture made. We are big hams, So we were all like, take our picture. But you don't seem that way. You seem like a more behind the scenes person. So it's a little bit uncomfortable for you, all of this?
Yeah, for sure. Jen and I both honestly are very used to like doing a lot of work from behind the scenes. Like there's so many people I meet over email even or on the phone. And so it was a little weird, admittedly, to sort of be on the cover and like see it all over town is a little strange still, but it's very exciting. And we're both really honored that they picked us,
And now Sheila, when she was getting her makeup, it was like Cinderella.
Why do you say Cinderella?
Yeah, it was like
I didn't have glass slippers.
No, but you would like some.
Oh, I'd definitely be into that.
Right. But I mean, it being a dude and walking into it, just like, here's your clothes, good luck. But for you ladies, I mean, it's a heck of an experience. Was that weird for you too? I mean, have you ever had somebody do your makeup like that?
No, other than like a friend's wedding, that was the first time I'd ever had anyone do my makeup. So that I think it's more makeup than I've ever really had on my face, but
well, that's an art form
yeah,
too.
it totally is.
I mean, it really is. I mean, they, not that Sheila or you know, look bad before the makeup, but the makeup, golly.
Oh yeah,
it's
and for photos, it's like you don't realize how much more you need to be photographed than you would just in your day-to-day, just so your features pop. And
well,
stuff.
I thought I was going to try to leave it on for the next morning, and then my face felt like I can't breathe.
Yes.
So I had to take it off afterwards. But I mean, I did go out to eat after that. But
well, yeah, you can't waste that.
Can't waste it. No. Yeah. And but it was a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it feels odd, but it doesn't look like as much.
It doesn't.
Right, yeah.
And then when people say you looked gorgeous, and I'm thinking it had nothing to do with me.
Right. Yeah,
like, everything to do with the makeup and hair and photographer.
Totally.
Getting recognized like this. Tell us about that. You know, the art world here in the Upper Cumberland has grown leaps and bounds in the past decade for sure. But to be featured and even noticed for art and then have this kind of recognition, what's that like for you, plus for the other people that are in the magazine, that they're getting their pat on the back for being an artist?
Yeah, I mean, I think something I was excited about is that for the last few years, as I've been doing more and more work with Art Around Tennessee, I feel like I haven't been able to participate locally as much as an artist also. And so I was excited that they talked about both my work with Art Around Tennessee and then also my art, because some people know me as an artist or they know me as Art Around Tennessee director, and they don't know that I like live in both worlds. So
like some people that are used to you with Art Around Tennessee, they don't realize you're an artist as well?
Yeah, they don't realize how much of my life has been dedicated to the art part.
Right.
And then some of my artist friends didn't know how much I was involved with like the administrative work and stuff. So I think
two worlds coming together finally. It always was that way. But for those that may not know what kind of art that you do, can you kind of tell everybody about that?
Yeah, I'm a sculptor. I work mostly in stone, like marble, limestone, and soapstone. And then I've also recently started messing around with wood carving a little bit, but mostly stone.
Emma, you just seem to like grow and grow. It's like every time you're in here, you're involved with something different.
Yeah.
But you can't just stay still. You got to keep creating and learning, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. It's a process.
What kind of stone stuff have you made?
So for a long time, I was really focused on making like functional stonework, like bowls and plates and mortar and pestles and things you can use in your home. But after doing that for many years, I started to get a little burnt out on it last year, and I am trying to get back into just making like art and sculptures, and so I've been doing...
functional art was kind of what that was.
Yeah,
and
I think
when you
so.
say pestle like that, I think they're beautiful. And
Thank you.
I mean, just really pretty.
Can people commission things from you? Like, can they call you up and say, "Hey, Emma, I've been thinking about I want this thing."
So in the past, yes, but currently no, because I'm trying to build up a body of work right now for myself, and
that takes a lot of dedication and a lot of time.
Sculpture takes a lot longer than the functional stuff because there's so much thought in like the concept and how it looks and the finishing and everything. So
I think folks don't understand just how much you've got to put into the creative part of it, and then if you get interrupted, it's hard to kind of go back in the middle and where did I leave off?
Right.
So that's why you don't take commissions right now.
Yeah, and I think last year too, I was really starting to feel like my time in the studio felt like a job, like any other job, and
it kind of stifles the creativity.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm trying to get back into my creative flow, and then hopefully I'll start doing commissions again in the future, but I'm sort of in my in-between.
Let us know when you do, because there's been some requests at the radio station for a bust of Sheila Scruggs.
I would be honored to do that in the future.
Thanks, Jason.
you know, right when you walk in the door, a big
you believe that?
stone statue of Sheila
Well,
Scruggs.
if it was done by Emma, it would be beautiful.
I feel like we need both of you.
No, they just want Sheila. I'm not involved.
Oh, my goodness.
It's 7:45. We'll be right back with Emma. She's on the cover of Cookeville Lifestyles magazine. It's the art edition, so we'll talk to her more about that coming up in just a little bit. It's Good Morning Cookeville, live here in the Willow Window Studio.
This responsible gaming message is brought to you by the Tennessee Lottery. When you play the lottery, it's important to play responsibly. Know your limit and spend only what you can afford. Set a budget and stick to it. And remember, as long as you're having fun, you're always a winner in our book. The Tennessee Lottery is a proud supporter of National Problem Gambling Awareness Month. To learn more about problem gambling resources, visit tnlottery.com.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. Have you ever really spent time planning for life after work? If not, you're not alone. For most, it's a scary thought. Making sense of investments, Social Security, Medicare. To make it worse, the advice people typically get is from salespeople or family members who got their information from salespeople. We are here to take the mystery and fear out of retirement. The next step is yours. Call 615-851-1950 or go to paulwinkler.com. That website is paulwinkler.com, creating confident investors.
And now located in Cookeville.
This is the best time to buy America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Now is the time to buy a new Ford truck from Ford of Cookeville. You can get up to $15,000 off MSRP for a limited time during Ford Truck Month. All of our trucks are marked down to the best prices they'll have all year. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com.
Gentry's Power Equipment, your trusted Exmark dealer in Cookeville. For over 35 years, Exmark has been pioneering innovation, offering legendary durability and unmatched cut quality. Whether you're a professional landscaper or a homeowner, our range of commercial and residential mowers is designed to meet your needs. Hurry in for 0% financing for 48 months on select models, just in time for spring mowing. Gentry's Power Equipment, 755 Buffalo Valley Road, Cookeville, where big boy toys are their specialty.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it
down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:49 now.
Emma Levitz, she is with us. She is the artist, and she's also on the cover of the art edition of Cookeville Lifestyle magazine. I did not count how many artists are featured in this, but there's a lot of them. We saw the unveiling of how many artists were in there. Do you know?
20. I think 20 altogether.
Wow.
But I mean, and there's even more in the Cookeville area. I'm sure it was hard to just pick out 20. But
I got to leave room for next year. I mean,
yeah.
I can't just put them all in.
But even there's ceramic artists, there are jewelry artists, there's even a tattoo artist that's featured in there. And I love that because there's art in so many different things. And Brad Sells, he was featured too. He's one of the woodworking artists. So do you know most of the people that you were in this with?
Yeah, I know most of the people in this issue, which was nice. And actually, like, most of the artists that were featured are either current members of Art Round Tennessee, used to be on our board, used to work with us in some capacity. So that was really exciting. And I think they did a really good job at picking a big spread of artists that are all doing really different things. Like you said, like Josh, who's a tattoo artist. I was really glad that they featured him because
Josh
people
Fracker,
don't
and he does his own art.
Yeah.
And then, tattoos it on skin. But I mean, he's really such a great artist as far as coming up with unique things that are all his own.
Totally. And then they have, Bree's jewelry. And like, I think there's just things that people don't always think about as art in the same world as fine art, but I think it's all in the same world.
Sure,
so,
yeah, a lot of people, when they think about art, they think painting.
Right.
And then that could be it.
Right.
That was me a few years ago. Before we started doing this show and artists would come in, I was that guy. I was like, art.
And it's what you've seen in movies and TV.
I don't know if I'm going to see a bunch of painting.
And where a lot of them seem so obscure and so out of touch with reality, and that's not what we have here.
Right.
Most artists are actually pretty grounded. I've found, and
I think some of the movie stereotypes really give y'all a bad name.
I know. Yeah.
I do. Because it's more like, I cannot be with the little people. Right. And I'm like, how do you do your art if you don't know how people live their life?
I've met so few people who are actually like that.
Right, me too.
Know? But,
me too.
There's a few of them, and they probably have just.
And you know what? They're usually not the best artists.
Right.
I mean, it's really opened my eyes up to a lot of things because I always thought artsy fartsy.
Right.
I mean, I remember the first time that Sheila was like, "Hey, this person's coming in. They're an artist," and I was like.
I know what you said. He goes, that's all you, because I don't even know what to ask him.
Yeah.
And then he got so into it, he was asking more questions than me.
Because I found out right then that that's not the case.
Right.
It's not artsy fartsy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, somebody who's really good at, this art that when it was explained, it's like, oh my gosh, that is art, because I think there's that fine line between you're crafty and you're artsy.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that line is. I
think it's all in the same thing, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have Jonathan Nelms was featured, and he's a woodworker and does furniture and makes boxes and things like that. But then you have Brad Sells, who also works in wood, but his work is so sculptural.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And I'm glad
Chuck
that
Sutherland, who's a photographer, and then we've got Sadie Wang, who is a jewelry artist, and then Bree, who's with the Silver Fern. She is a jewelry artist too, but their jewelry looks so different.
Totally, yeah,
yeah.
And then and I carve stone, obviously, and then Jen Luna, who's on the cover with me, is a textile artist. So she also sort of walks that line between craft and fine art, where like she has some artistic and more sculptural work, and then some like tea towels and functional things. And
Yeah, I think some people don't really realize just how much art is in the functional things that we see, even in magazines and what we order.
Yeah, there's
it
a
takes
designer
an artist
for
to
everything.
yeah. So I just think that's great, and I'm glad it's being appreciated. I wanted to ask you about Art Round Tennessee, because we always have people that are learning about it for the first time. And I feel like that's brought a lot of the artists together, especially in the Upper Cumberland.
That and starting to get warmer now, too. I bet that's starting to really start getting kicked off, some of those yearly events that y'all have.
Yeah, we have a few events coming up in the next few months. This month we have our Art and Business Symposium at the end of the month, which is an event that's for artists. It's a resource for them. We'll have like speakers who are going to talk about sort of the business end of being an artist.
Because artists are entrepreneurs too.
Totally, yeah, and they're all small businesses, and so that'll be a good way to sort of kick off the year for the artists. And then for the general public, our first Fridays start in May this year.
That's
it's coming up soon.
Right here in a minute.
Yeah. We have events pretty much all year. It's May until October. We have First Fridays and then Art Prowl in November.
I just love all the things that y'all have come up with. And that's what Art Round Tennessee is, just kind of educating folks about what you have, who the artists are, and being relatable.
Yeah. It's like what you said about your initial impression of the arts. Like that's so what we're trying to sort of get past, because it's such a community. It's just a very communal thing, the arts. And
it's a community family.
Yes, totally. Yeah, and we all have to support each other.
Well, I also have to tell myself I'm not an artsy guy. Like
but you are.
Maybe you are.
Well, there's not.
There's a creative aspect to what we do.
Well, sure,
so that's on the same. It's a different type of art.
Yeah,
performance art.
I'll give that. But as far as making something that somebody could hold and look at, and all of that, that's a completely different.
Although when we were painting with the stars, his painting
real.
Was the best.
It
raised the most money.
I did really well.
I think you're just lacking in the confidence.
No, I think I just had a really great painting professional with me.
You did have a great one.
Miss Fuss.
We all did.
Okay.
Yeah, see, so now you know why I won.
She had a painting in our February exhibition that we had at Cookeville Art Studio.
Agnes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agnes Fuss.
I love me some Agnes Fuss now. She was so
she was patient with you.
Patient, and she knew that I was easily distracted, and
she really was good with you.
She was great. And she was able to kind of like get on me a little bit about, now focus, pay attention,
Artists are naturally like empathetic, I think, so they can tell what you need a little.
Yes.
Right. And then it was just perfect. Terry Ritter picked the perfect person for me.
She's featured in the magazine too. Yeah, and I did not know her husband Skip was an artist. What is Skip?
He does like wood turning, like lathe work, and then other woodwork. I was happy they featured both Terry and Skip.
Because I knew Terry was in the artwork. Never knew that about Skip.
Yeah.
But I mean, beautiful work that Skip does too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and then you look at what Terry Ritter has done around since she's got to town and really taken over that art center. She's doing a great job. She's done so much to press art forward in this area as well. And I think we started with a good base. The Appalachian Center for the Arts is a fantastic resource and brings a lot of artists here. But getting people to come and see it, look at it, feel it, touch it, and really get it has been, I imagine, a hard thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, I think Terry, similarly to myself, is an artist in her own right, and then also works to do a lot of work for
You're
other
both
artists.
very good facilitators.
Yeah, we're like both very interested in helping the arts and our artists.
Spread the
while
word
making our
and
own
making
stuff,
it
too.
more accessible to folks to see, hey, we're just like anybody else. We're trying to make a living doing something we love.
Yeah, and they teach art classes like every day there, and they're very affordable and accessible, and they're very welcoming there. And I think
Cookeville Art Studio and Gallery.
Well,
yes,
you know,
Miss Terry.
And in painting that, you also realize that this is a nice little getaway because you're not really thinking about anything else. I imagine if there's nobody else in the room and I could have just paid attention, it would have been so relaxing.
Yeah, we were shocked at how much we loved the process of painting and how much it really just helps you forget about all the other troubles and concentrate on what you're doing.
Well, you don't have time to think about the world.
Right.
You're just thinking about what you're doing.
It was a nice getaway.
It really was kind of, and I don't mean this as a slam. It's kind of like bush hogging.
Sure, it's that flow state. It's like when you're kind of like, you don't need any outside.
That's right.
Anything.
If he compares it to that or being on a tractor, you know that it's doing really good.
Yeah, it's like meditation in a way. Yeah.
No one wants to bother you. You're doing something, and it just feels like you're on your own. You're getting that done, and it just feels good. I'm tickled to have learned more about art, the art scene, and now this great Cookeville Lifestyles magazine with all you awesome artists in it getting featured and put out there for probably a lot of people like me who are like,
art.
Hey.
And then you start looking at it and you're like, oh, I like that art.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And you just, it opens you up to a whole other world that has to be here. We're so glad that it's here.
Yeah.
Emma, thanks for coming in, and congratulations on being on the cover of Cookeville Lifestyles magazine.
Thanks for
Now
having
everybody's going to know you.
I know, it's a little scary.
You're going to be out in public going, hey, I know you.
Hey, weren't you on that magazine?
Yeah.
You'll get that.
I know, right? I'm going to have to get a haircut or something.
Yeah. All right. Tomorrow, Sheila, who we got?
We have got from the White County Warriorettes. They made
they're going
it.
to state.
So they're going to state. They're headed back to MTSU for the state basketball finals. We'll have some of the seniors in here with us. Then Chelsea Dartez with Cookeville Lifestyle.
All right. That's all tomorrow here on Good Morning Cookeville. See ya. Bye now.
Bye.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB Cookeville.